Hi, my name is Kara Arthur, and I'm here today to talk to you about eating disorders. Here with me is my audience, and it consists of a young girl and her parents who are interested and concerned about different eating disorders. This is my audience. Eating disorders are common all throughout the United States. One might think eating disorder is just someone who overeats or someone who undereats, but it's not all about eating and weight. There are illnesses that develop inside a person, allowing for risk of heart and kidney problems that also come with eating disorders, and they might further lead you to death. In fact, 24 million Americans of all ages suffer from an eating disorder. Eating disorders are serious clinical problems that require professional treatment, ones that need to be treated by therapists, doctors, and nutritionists. Based on the research of eating disorders, I have studied and found valued, reliable sources that have led me to this information. I have found out that eating disorders are caused by the people that think they need to look good in the public eye. The pressure for success and emotional struggles often include leading other people to anorexia, binge eating, compulsive overeating, and bulimia eating disorders. During the minutes that follow, I will tell you how eating disorders are characterized. They are characterized by long-term effects of eating disorders, by establishing different types of eating disorders, and by the causes that lead to lack or over-empowering of an appetite. Eating disorders can develop due to several different factors in your life. You can name several different factors, and you could apply eating disorders to them. Those factors include biological factors, physiological factors, interpersonal factors, and social factors. Research has shown that some individuals that have developed eating disorders are caused by certain chemicals in their brains that control whether or not they are hungry, and which leads them to be healthily unbalanced. It is also known that some eating disorders are inherited through family members of the past. Like if your grandmother has an eating disorder, it's a good chance that you might end up with an eating disorder later in your life. I found this information from a very valued website. It's an organization called the National Eating Disorders Association. It was published in 2004, and I have used that site to establish a lot of the facts I'm trying to relate to you today. Also from that website, I found out that several characteristics that contribute to eating disorders include low self-esteem, feelings of lack of control in their life, and ultimately feelings of depression and anxiety. Many who experience eating disorders also have problems with loneliness, anger, and feel as if they have no direct ground in their life. A lot of times people will be so lonely in their life that they feel like there's no other way in their life they can get around without turning to anorexia or bulimia or binge eating. They feel like they have to fill the void, and they often end up with eating disorders. Interpersonal factors contribute to eating disorders due to trouble with family members and personal relationships. Those who suffer from illnesses have a hard time expressing their feelings. They have no idea how to tell someone how they feel, so they often just take it out on their body and hurt their health that way. Also, because they suffer from sexual and physical abuse, people turn to eating disorders, and also because they get teased in school. How many times do you hear kids coming home from school saying, "Mom, I was bullied today. The kids are picking on me because I'm too skinny," or "Mom, I didn't have a good day today because I got hit because I was too fat and they kept calling me a fat kid. I just didn't know what to do." Those kind of things will often lead to eating disorders. So if your child comes home from school and is not acting the right way, you should probably sit them down and find out what's going on in their life, because those are important factors that you need to watch out later down in life. It is often unhealthy to compare yourself to the perfect body, but in reality, that's all we see these days. That's all we see. And people are so concerned with the way they look in their body that they have to turn to other ways to satisfy themselves. There's several different types of eating disorders I found. Anorexia is a big type. It's a type of eating disorder that involves people having fear of weight gain, and they have a distorted image of their size. They will look at themselves in the mirror and see how fat they look, but in reality, they're not their normal height and weight for what they should be at their age and time. Because they have a bad view of their body, they strive to maintain a lower than average body weight. This disorder is so common in the U.S. that one of two out of every 100 kids in the U.S. will struggle with anorexia sometime in their life. I found this to be true on a very trusted website also. It's called Nemours. It was published in 1995. It's all about eating disorders and how to fix them and different factors that contribute to eating disorders. Another type of eating disorder is binge eating. It's different from normal appetite because it increases. Like, a lot of people try to eat more food on a regular basis. Someone might have 4 meals a day. Binge eating would result into 8 meals a day. They're trying to eat as much as they can in the little time that they can eat. People who have an addiction to food are known to have compulsive overeating. These people just tend to be overweight and do not deny the fact that they are overweight, which is ultimately a problem in the end. Also, people seek attention, so they turn to eating to cope. If you get picked on in school, you often turn to eating. What person wouldn't want to eat when they're sad? I mean, a lot of people eat when they're sad, so overeating is often an eating disorder that's really overlooked in life. The last eating disorder I'm going to talk to you about today is bulimia. It's associated with habitual binge eating and purging. Bulimic people, they look normal. You never know they would have bulimia because you wouldn't know unless you constantly monitor their routine after they ate dinner. People who have eating disorders and suffer with bulimia often purge after they eat. There's several things that affect eating disorders also that are long-term. Malnutrition is a major effect. Dehydration, because you're constantly purging, you dehydrate, you lose the water in your body. You just lose it when you have eating disorders. It just disappears. And also because of lung cancer. It's also because of the acid. The thing I'm going to show you today is I found online. You can't put a face on an eating disorder, but you can't face them. I found this at treatmentcenters.net. It has proven to be really true in my life, and I feel as, and not in my life particularly, but in others' lives that are around me. Thank you for your time today.